Full Court Cousins podcast, where hoops run deep, but family runs deeper. I'm Renee, here with my cousin and co-host Dominique, and we're here breaking down women's basketball. So let's lace up and let's talk hoops. Thank you everyone who has tapped into the first couple of episodes of us, and thank you if you are new. Today, we are first going to get into the recap of what happened in college women's basketball, and then I will explain what's going on for today's podcast. So for the recap, do you have anything?
So I want to touch on Lauren Betts surpassing her 1,500 points today. Congratulations on that. And then Miss Hannah Hidalgo, 4 games this season, 30 plus points. So she's killing them as always. And then she surpassed her coach in steals, Miss Neil Ivy. She surpassed her, and now she's leading. I think she's like right behind Skylar Diggins in steals as of right now. Congrats to you as well on both of those milestones. All right, and
down or get into a little deeper into some games that we watched. UCLA beat Ohio State. Lauren Betts had a double-double, while Jaylani from Ohio State had 28 points. I want to big up Jaylani. I don't think I was talking about me specifically. I don't talk about her enough as a point guard. I think she's really solid. I think she's really good. And she's only getting better, and she's only a sophomore. I love the fact that they try to put the sisters, sisters versus sisters, Betts sisters versus the Cambridge sisters. I thought that was really cute. And her sister, Jelani's sister, is playing really well this year as well. USC beat Nebraska. Jazzy has 17.5 blocks, while Kennedy had a great game. She has 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. I think that's what USC needs from Kennedy every game.
Agreed.
They need that from her.
I do.
Michigan barely beat Oregon. They played they had 2 overtimes, and Schwartz led the way with 18 points. That was a nail biter. I knew that was going to be a really, really good game, a tough game, because those 2 teams play really good, even though Oregon is not ranked. Ole Miss ended up losing to Michigan State, and Vandersloot led the way with 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. She had a very, very solid game. Anything else from you?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, that's it. Just wanted to round it off with, we just wanted to start it off with the recap of college women's basketball, because today we will be talking about 2 leagues that are changing the landscape of women's basketball: Unrivaled and Athletes Unlimited, what they offer, why they exist, what they mean for the players in the future of the games.
All right, so before we get into opinions, we're going to make sure everybody's on the same page and understand what these leagues are. So we're going to start off with AU. They actually just signed a contract with ESPN a couple months ago to be aired on ESPN. They've been around since 2022, their basketball league, but they have, as a company, been around since 2020 with like softball, volleyball. They had lacrosse for a little while.
I used to watch this song.
Yeah. So they are going to air all of the basketball games this upcoming season. They start in January. I don't have the exact date, but they do start in January. So it'll be 4 weeks, 40 athletes, players that have been in WNBA, trying to get back into WNBA on a roster. The teams are set a little differently. They redraft the teams every week. So no team is set in stone, and they go by a leaderboard. So for you to be the overall winner, the MVP, you have to basically win the leaderboard. And how you do that is when you make good plays, you earn points. When your team wins, you earn some points. You lose points by negative plays, any error on the court. But whoever's at the top of that leaderboard at the end of those 4 weeks is the champion at the end of the season. And then we're going to touch on Unrivaled. Unrivaled's been a huge thing, started by Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart. It's a 3-on-3 league in Miami. 8 teams now. They just added 2 teams this season. They had 6 teams last year. 6-player rosters, 18-second shot clock, so it's a little different than the actual WNBA league for them. This year they have 48 players, I believe. And the top 4 teams at the end, so because it ranges from January to March, top 4 teams end up in playoffs. And then they also have a 1-on-1 tournament in the middle of the league where you basically are doing a single elimination tournament, and the winner wins $250,000, and then they won $10,000 for their team. And then that's streamed on HBO Max, whatever it's called now. TNT, True TV, you guys can stream it on there. Also, with the rules for them, they do 3 7-minute quarters. And then the fourth quarter is a little different. So whoever is leading at the end of the third quarter, you add 11 points to that, and whoever gets it to there wins. So if it's 50 and 48, whoever makes it 61 first wins the game. With free throws, it's every free throw is worth 2 points, except if you were fouled on 3-pointer, 3 points. If you made the basket, you were fouled, the free throw is 1 point. And that is for our leagues.
I love the leagues. One thing about AU that I really really like is the accountability that the player has on itself when it comes to if it's an unforced turnover, if you're doing something like that, then you get deductions, right? Because if you're
Right.
in a regular game, it's just like, oh, my bad, or won't happen again. But that's a trait that people need to know, like unforced turnovers, doing things that are not conducive to the game. Like, let's be held accountable for it. I mean, even though it's a team sport, the leaderboard doesn't it doesn't matter. The leaderboard is the person that is the most efficient, and I
Yeah.
think that's really good. Yeah, I just
Definitely
wanted to add
different.
that little. Yeah, I just wanted to add that little piece, and I think that's great. I think whoever thought of that is like, okay, I like that.
Yeah. I think so too. I agree. And the redrafting is pretty cool too. You just do not set in stone anywhere. You got to make sure you can adjust.
Exactly, exactly. So now we're gonna get into the spark. So since we laid out the structure of both leagues, where the real question becomes how that actually impacts the players. So how do the different leagues allow players to show different parts of their game that we don't usually see?
So I would say basically they can show more than what their actual role on their team is already. Like when you're already set on a team, they're already expecting this from you. Like if you're an offensive player, they're expecting you to just dominate there. When you're in a league like this, you can do anything and show more than what your actual role is allowing you to do, show a full range of your game. And I feel like that makes you stand out a lot.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what you said. So say you're on a team in the WNBA and your focal point is threes, right? If you go to an AU, if you go to an Unrivaled, you really get to show not just WNBA coaches, but actual players like, hey, there's more to my game. What the more can be, I can play one on one, I can handle the ball, I can shoot, I can go to the basket, I could pass. You know, sometimes no matter what team you're on, sometimes you definitely get into roles of this is my specific role, so I'm gonna stay in my role. With these, everybody is open to getting better. Everybody is open to showing what their full potential is and what their full talent is. And what I also believe is that coaches are able to say, okay, like I can't put this player in a box because now I seen this.
Yeah.
Or, "Ooh, I can't put this player in the box because now I see that they can do this. So now I want some more from them." Another part that I really, really like is that you can see that one-on-one play.
Yes.
One-on-one is a lost sport nowadays because one-on-one is a sport, right?
Yeah.
Being able to get the ball at the top of the key and go one-on-one with your defender,
It's not easy.
especially in Unrivaled, it's a lot of space and opportunity for one-on-one. And they actually have one-on-one, so like it really shows like how talented you are, how good you are, what you got going on for yourself. And I love that for both of the leagues, that they're able to show the full potential of the actual players, so they are seen in a different light for coaches, for people that's in the back office or the front office, whatever, like that. So I love this. I think it's great.
Yeah, to touch back on the 101, when our rivals did their debut season last year, the players were talking about how difficult 101 was, and those are the top players in the league, and they're explaining how hard it was to go against each other, and everybody thought it was going to be something easy. It was not easy at all for any of them.
Yeah, well, you got to think about it like this. They're on a clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're getting your own rebounds. You're dribbling the ball. You're shooting the ball. It's you can get tired faster.
Right.
So you have to look at a player that is like one-on-one coded, right? Like this is what I do. So yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good for the league. I think it opens our eyes to see what everybody actually has, because a lot of people do look at WNBA players that don't play and you be like, well, why is she on the team? Well,
Yeah.
if she's in one of these leagues, she could really answer the question like, I'm really good. I may not fit in the system. I may not be getting enough playing time. I may have to, you know what I mean? It could be a plethora of things of why they aren't really playing, right?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to be the best player on your team when you're in the WNBA. There's 100 and now it's more than 44. It's 100. It's over 100 players that are at their peak. All of them are good. Nobody is like technically a scrub. You know what I mean? It doesn't
Yeah.
really work like that because the WNBA is not as saturated as, something like the NBA. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to the bigger picture and what all this means. So our headliner question for the day is, how do you think player choice reshapes women's basketball?
It changes by, I think, exactly what I said before. Just you get to see the actual full potential of an actual player, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a difference when somebody's on, let's say somebody's on LA Sparks and they're practicing and you can see, ooh, glimpse of it, right? And you're like, ooh, I can see it. I want to put her in at this point, so let me see what she could do here. But
Uh-huh.
that's not really her strong suit. She only maybe peaked at that moment, right? If you're putting somebody in
Yeah.
an actual game that's in Unrivaled in NAU, like they're actually getting playing time, right? I don't think from what I watched last year, I don't think nobody really sat the bench, right? Everybody got playing time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're actually really, really able to see the full potential of a player. And I love that for people that don't get enough playing time in my eyes that should be getting playing time, maybe not being in the right system, maybe not being in the right front office with the right coaches, people that actually really believe in them. I think that's what it is, to be quite honest with you. What do you
I'm gonna
believe?
touch on the fact of there's not one lane anymore. They don't have to go overseas. They have more
Right.
options now, and having options it shifts power a lot. They have these leagues now that care about the player's voice, and what they have
Mm-hmm.
to say matters, and they can do what, well, they don't have to just go with this one option of I gotta go overseas to make this amount of money, because we all know they don't get paid in the league. So they don't have to just automatically go overseas and be so far from their families, where they could just go to either Miami for Unrivaled or AU for Nashville.
And also, let me put this in too. They're getting paid at Unrivaled. Like
Facts.
it's not a secret. They're getting paid, right? So if some of them really just wanted to be like, hey, I'm just gonna do Unrivaled, I don't want to play in the WNBA. I don't know what the stipulations is. If like in Unrivaled you have to play in the WNBA for you to get a contract in Unrivaled. I don't know if it's like that, but you're getting paid a whole hell of a lot more in Unrivaled than you are with the WNBA, and that's why they're having that huge conversation when it comes to money and compensation when it comes to the WNBA now. It's crazy that Asia Wilson is not getting paid more than $1 million to play when she is the greatest athlete right now. Period. There's nothing, you know what I mean?
And
Like that doesn't really make sense.
I believe they're fighting for it. I'm gonna throw that out here. People like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, they bring so much attention to the league. They don't get paid for none of that. But
Exactly.
y'all, when they go to certain cities, you guys are putting them in these big arenas. But who's benefiting off of this? Because they're not seeing the money.
Exactly. Exactly.
I also had to say, also with Unrivaled, the players have said that not only are they getting paid better, but they're getting treated better. They got daycare there, and the facilities that they're offered, everything that they're being offered is right there. They don't have to go looking for it on the outside. Like, they have everything they need, anything they want, it's all at that one facility, and they don't got to beg for it to happen.
That's what I was gonna say. The facility at Unrivaled is top notch. You hear the ladies talk all the time. They're able to get into the pools. They're able to get treatment. They're able to have their kids go somewhere. They are in obviously pretty decent apartments that they're renting out or whatever the case may be. They actually have camaraderie, and I heard Angel Reese talk about that. She was like, "Yeah, I never was like in the WNBA. Like I wasn't around these players like that. Like you get to really know these players
Mm-hmm.
off the court, right? And that's how you can see how her and let's say Kalia Copper's relationship is to today, right? And they got that in Unrivaled. It just wasn't like, oh, I knew her from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I also think that the camaraderie is a little bit better because, like, when you're in the WNBA, you know some people. Hey, what's up? I gotta go to the next city. I gotta go do A, B, C, and D. Now you're all in the same space. Y'all can get treatment together. Y'all can go,
Mm.
do whatever. Go to get your nails done, get your hair done, do A, B, C, and D together, and really have camaraderie, which is really good. In my belief.
I mean,
But
yeah, if you
then
see,
it's like when you in them when you in those lines, it's competitiveness, and you've seen that
yeah.
in Unrivaled and
Yeah,
NAU and NAU too.
yeah, even with Unrivaled, like, because they post a lot of content on their Instagram, you see the players working out together. They was doing Pilates together and just a bunch of stuff. So they do get to gain that friendship, that relationship with each other, and I like that.
Me too. And I also want to say, like, I not all WNBA facilities are trash. What we're saying are most of
No,
them
not
are.
all.
Yeah, most of them
I would
are.
say
Right.
Chicago's. I've heard the worst things about Chicago's,
Oh
like
wow.
terrible
I
things.
know Phoenix. I've heard that Phoenix is really good. Like they have a chef and they can get
They just built
smoothies
that
and
one,
get
yeah.
right. And then we heard maybe not even 2 years ago that this is the first time that the Sparks literally have their own locker room. They're not sharing a locker room or have, you know what I mean? They're in the actual facility. You know what I mean? So like you hear stuff like that. It's just like my home, but not a home. I can't leave my stuff here. I have to bring everything back with me. Like
Yeah, they said
that's
I
crazy.
think Chicago, I believe they work out at the YMCA. Courtney Williams was like going in about it because
Yes.
she used to play for Chicago, so she was saying that, and like where they even have to go, the Y they have to go to is already so far from where they have them
Mm.
staying at. It's not
Let
even,
me
it doesn't even make any sense.
let me tell you something. I used to work out at the Y. If I ever seen a WNBA team playing at the Y, I'm like,
It's
yo, let me
disrespectful.
get a jersey. Like that don't even make sense. Like why do they think like that's appropriate? You know what I mean? They would never do
Yeah,
that to the NBA. That would never be an option. That they over there playing at the YMCA where public people over there playing badminton while they practicing.
that's why
That don't even make
I'm a
no
little
damn
confused of
sense.
why Chicago even put in to host the All-Star weekend this upcoming year, if there is going to be a season. But I I'm interested to see how that's going to look because Indiana put on a show, so I'm curious of how Chicago is going to live up to any type of expectations. Because the last few years, I went to All-Star weekend in Phoenix and it was a lot of fun. So we'll see. But if y'all can't even get your players right, I don't know how y'all go host all these people.
Hopefully we will be there to give y'all
Hopefully we'll be there.
the download of what actually happening with the
The only way
NBA.
we won't be there is if there's no season. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
If there's a
We don't have
season,
to touch
y'all,
on
we
that right now.
no, we're not.
Hopefully,
But
hopefully there is one. But if not, I would 1,000% understand why. Because we are standing with women, and we are standing with getting women paid by all means necessary.
they do a lot, man.
Yeah,
Deserve what they
not even
deserve.
getting $300,000 for a year for your league is crazy.
And when you
Not
got
even.
players that having babies and coming back mid-season, it's a
And
little
getting a
insane.
bag from Nike and Adidas and Gatorade and Powerade and like that don't even make sense.
They really shouldn't even
People.
have to do all of this
Yeah,
on the off season for real. If we're really gonna be honest, they really shouldn't have to do all this.
college
But
players is getting more money off the NIL deals.
and
They right there with them.
I see why they're staying.
Oh, I a
They take
thousand
the
percent
extra
understand
years.
why. I would take them too.
Yeah,
I would take them
for
too,
sure.
1,000%. All right, so now that brings us to a bigger picture of what is really happening in these leagues. We are doing our favorite thing, which is our signature Cousins Court Elite. However, this time we will be doing it twice. So we will be doing for AU and one for Unrivaled. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's get Unrivaled over with.
Okay, let's
Let's
get
do Unrivaled
Unrivaled.
first.
Let's do Unrivaled first, and then you'll have the first pick because, yeah, you'll have the first pick for Unrivaled.
Unrivaled, I'm going to go first pick. Ezzy Magador. I'm
You
gonna go
going
with
big
that first.
first?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that about now?
I love her.
All right.
I really like her.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go with Big Mama. I'm gonna go with Skylar Diggins as my PG. I love the tenacity. I love that she is about winning. She don't care who she playing against. She wants to win, and I need that. She has that it factor that I talk about all the time that some players just have, and Skylar Diggins has that 1,000%. So Skylar Diggins is number.
All right, for my next one, I'm gonna do Jackie Young.
I knew you were gonna pick her.
Yeah, I had to get
I
her
didn't even
for.
put her on my list. I knew you were gonna pick her. Okay, we going. Alright. So for my two, we going Alicia Gray, South Carolina product.
I knew you was gonna do that.
Alicia Gray, got to have her. She is
I knew.
silent but deadly. She is an actual, like, her and Jackie Young are actually like very similar in like no demeanor, not, they're just playing their game as much as they can. They may talk a little bit, but not too much. They may get out of character, but not too much. And when they do, you're like, oh, like, what happened? So I love Alicia Gray, even before, well, when she went to South Carolina, but she was good in South Carolina, but once she got to the league, she like developed so much more.
Right.
So Alicia Gray for sure as my two guard.
Okay. Let me see who I want. I'm gonna take Jordan Canada.
Okay.
What's that face for? I'm glad I said what I said.
I like Jordan Canada. I love Jordan Canada.
I love her game.
I love her game. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So my three, we going Rakia Jackson. We going Detroit.
I knew that was gonna happen, bro.
You knew that? We going Detroit. I love her game, man. She is that girl, man. I loved her when she went to Mississippi State. I loved her when she went to Tennessee. I love the fact when she was on the Sparks, now that she is on the Sparks, she's just she got it, man. She is a good, solid player. Yeah, I love her.
Oh, before you pick her, let's take Kiki Erickson.
Okay.
Before you gonna snatch her up for me, because you're gonna piss me off.
Okay, big girl. Washington, Stanford.
Yeah, that's my girl, man.
USC, I like Kiki. She has gotten better.
Yeah.
Every time.
For sure.
Like, she was good at Stanford. But she got better at USC. And she got better playing for Washington. She just gets better, and I love that about her. I also did see her dunk the ball at Unrivaled.
Yeah, she likes to learn, man. She gonna learn. She gonna soak all the knowledge in from everybody. I know that's what she's doing at Unrivaled too. Like, she probably getting all the knowledge from the vets as much as she possibly can.
Yep. So for my four guard, we going Alyssa Thomas. You cannot go wrong with the engine. You cannot go wrong with her demeanor. She is a little rough sometimes, but I'm gonna take it, and I love the roughness. She's a little rough sometimes.
A little?
Yeah, I'd rather the roughness on my team than her giving my team roughness or the business. I don't want none of it. So
no facts. But you said a little rough. She be bulldozing. She be bulldozing over them, and I ain't mad at it. Like, she does the job every time.
Sometimes.
There's just so many players, y'all.
It is getting hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, and I just be wanting all of them. I'm gonna take Tosh Club.
Okay.
I'm taking Tosh.
Okay. All right.
Fight me.
No. I'm going big girl. I'm going Shakira Austin. Love her tenacity. We got some dogs on this team, man. We got some people that don't want to win. We got some attitudes, and I love that about basketball. And I got some people that's not going to talk too much, but I got enough people that's going to talk a lot.
My God. Well, that's crazy. I'm going to go. Damn, this is so...
It's hard. I had so many like people that I was just like, ooh.
Yeah, I have a list of people that I was like, I need to pick them, but it's like I'm only picking 7. Okay. 7. I gotta take Cockcopper. The knowledge is there. Two-way player right there. Let's do it all. Yeah, gotta take Kyle.
Like that pick from you. Like that pick. She was definitely I was gonna pick her. 1,000%. She's one of the best two-way guards. She's one of the best, most versatile guards. She's tough. So I do not love that for you. So my 6th person is, we're going with the best mid-range in the game right now. Fight me. Is Courtney Williams. She would not be my point guard. I do not want her touching the ball, bringing that ball up the court. We're not doing that. This ain't the Mystics. I mean, what's she on? The Minnesota? This ain't Minnesota. We're not changing her. She shoots that thing, and I need her to shoot that thing. I need her to be the 2. I need her to
Not you
shoot.
stole Courtney from me.
That's
It's
it.
crazy.
Oh,
That
yeah, I'm
is
sorry.
so
Well, I'm not. You look Kalia Copper. So, yeah,
that's
I'm taking Court.
crazy.
She got the best midi in the game. Ain't too much people mid-ranges like that.
Man. Oh. All right, my last pick. My last pick is gonna be between two of the past rookies, like this past season. I ain't gonna go her. I'm gonna do Sonia Citron. I'm gonna go Sonia.
Now, you know I wanted Sonya. Now, no, that's no. You know she was on my list. You know I like Sonya Citron. You did that on purpose.
No, I didn't. I
Yes,
like
you
Sonya.
did.
I was gonna pick Paige, but no, I wanted Sonya.
First of all, you knew you should have picked Paige because you like Paige way more than Sonya. Don't even lie.
No, don't say that. I like both of them.
You like Paige more. Don't lie.
No, well, I like both.
Oh my
of
gosh.
them.
All right, whatever. You got Sonya. That's fine. For my last pick, I'm going Azare Stevenson.
Okay.
We're going big. She
dominated Unrivaled last year.
She could be big, or we don't have to have her because she could shoot that thing.
She's the perfect example of being able to show outside her role in a different league, because I think I seen more for her in Unrivaled than I was seeing in WNBA season. I seen more from her this past season, but yeah, I feel like it Unrivaled unleashed something in her for real.
Yeah. No, she was good. I cannot remember the first team that she was on because it wasn't LA. If I'm not mistaken,
I know she was in Chicago for a bit.
Okay, yeah, there you go. She was in Chicago. She played really well when Candace Parker was on the team. She got hurt in LA. That's why you probably was like she kind of fell off. She got hurt.
No, it wasn't even like she fell off. I feel like they wasn't giving her like room to do what she does.
Yeah, because she's a big girl. She's a big girl that could shoot. I like her. I like her, and she can shoot that thing, and she's big, and she's only getting tougher, which is good. Cause
I feel like they seen that in her in Unrivaled and was like, oh well, then we need you to apply this over here, and the Sparks finally let her do what she can do.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a tough one because I had some
some more people.
I did. I still had Sanaya Rivers.
Yo, no. We're stopping right there.
No, don't do that. I had Paige Beckers.
On my list, it says Skylar Diggins or Rivers. Sanaya Rivers. That was on my PG.
I had Heidemann, Howard, Sanaya Rivers, Arike, because I love Arike. I don't care what everybody got to say. I love Arike. Dominique Malunga and Paige Becker.
I just think she had a bad season.
And they determined that and I think the overall player, I think she been in the league for how long?
Season. It's okay to have a bad season.
And she was injured. I swear, every time she was in the game, she ended up getting injured. So she's playing through all these injuries. Let her live, bro.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm not.
I will never be on the Enrique hate train. Y'all are whack.
No, I don't.
Y'all are whack.
So I had Rivers. I had De'Erica Hamby because she is a great player in Unrivaled. She's a great player in Unrivaled. I had Slim.
Okay.
Brittany Sykes, because she's like Kalia Copper. She could do it, and she played really well last year on Rookies. Yeah, really well last year. And I had Sonia Citron. You know I had her, and you're a hater. You're a hater. That's a fact. So that kind of wraps up our first cousin court at least 7 for Unrivaled. Now we're gonna get into AU. You pick first for Unrivaled. I will be picking first for AU. And coming straight off the bat.
She about to piss me off so bad.
Straight off the bat.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead. Yeah. Because you're about to piss me off. I'm
going Deja Kelly. You're damn right.
Yeah. Go to hell.
Right. Yeah. She should have been picked up in the WNBA. She should have been picked up in Vegas.
That was lame. That was so lame of them. Oh my gosh.
You're damn right, Deja Kelly is yes, and I usually go point guard. No, I had to make sure I picked her because I know how you are.
Listen, I'll be picking people not in order because I know how you be snatching them. Anyway, I'm gonna go for my first pick, Odyssey Sims.
Now, I didn't pick her first because I knew you was gonna pick Deja Kelly for me. I knew that was gonna be a thing, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna pick her. So you're going to pick Odyssey Sims. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
That's actually not fine because I don't know. Okay. I think I know who I'm going to switch out for. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my 1, and I'm gonna put Tahina Pow Pow as my 1.
You piss me off.
I'm gonna put Tahina Pow Pow. However, I did want her at my 2, but I'm gonna put her as my 1 right now. Yes. So Pow Pow. Thank you.
Anyway, I'm gonna go Zaya Cook.
She was on my
Your
reserves.
face, your facial expression is killing me. Yeah,
She was on
go
my
ahead and
reserves.
Zaya Cook.
Yeah, so we're just gonna try to make sure we catch I get everybody I want. So I'm just gonna go skip my 3 and my 4 for right now, and we're just gonna go down to 5, and we're gonna go right to Tina Charles. You're not picking her, right?
Okay.
Yes. We are gonna do that. New York, New York, New York. Yes, Lord. Yes, sir.
My next. I'm gonna do these tomorrow.
She was on my reserves. All good. Don't worry about it. I knew you was gonna pick some of my players. So since we're doing that, I'm gonna go back to my 3, and I'm gonna take Ariel Atkins. Love her.
Okay.
Loved her at Texas. Love her even more when she was at Washington. I don't think she should have been traded to Chicago. Chicago just has a stank on them that I don't like. But she played well last year, and I think she really had Angel Reese's back, and I love that. So we're gonna do Ariel Atkins.
I'm gonna take Kaiser.
Okay. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. Wasn't on my list. That's a good one. That's a little deep cut. I ain't mad at that. Okay.
I'll take her.
So we're gonna go back to we're gonna go to my 4, and we're gonna go to Nalissa Smith. We're gonna go her. Yes, Lord.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Lord. We got the Twin Towers. She
Ooh.
has been playing so well with Vegas. She is learning a lot from Asia, which is one of her favorite players that came out of her mouth. I did not say that. She loves Asia Wilson, and she is playing. She was playing like it when they won that when they won that championship. Yes, Lord.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. You just really snatched her up. I should have said her first.
Maybe.
Whatever. Ever. You're killing me. I'm gonna take Alicia Clark.
Okay. I like her. But not better than Lexi Brown. Not better than Lexi Brown.
I like Lexi Brown.
Yes.
I didn't have her on my list, but I do like Lexi Brown.
She thrives in AU. That is her thing. That is her judge, and I love that for her.
I think my next person I'm gonna take is, and forgive me if I say her name wrong, y'all, but Jalen Sherrod. She was in New York, and then she went to Minnesota. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna take Jalen Sherrod.
Colorado in college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That's your last pick, right?
No, this is gonna be our last pick.
Oh, I went first. So this is my last pick. Okay. So for my last pick, I'm picking Emma Cannon.
Okay.
I'm picking Emma Cannon. Yep. So I have 3 bigs, 4 guards. That's my last.
I'm gonna take Bree Hall. I'm gonna take Breezy.
Not mad at Breezy. I like that pick. I cannot wait to see what she does in AU. I cannot wait to see what she does in AU. And this is just a little side note. We will be both at Unrivaled and AU games. We have a game in Miami on the 16th of January, correct? In AU, we will have to defer to Dominique. I don't know that.
We have AU games February 5th and this one.
There you go. So if you guys want to meet up with us, we will be there with bells on.
Very loud, front and center.
For sure.
All right. So now that we built these teams, each league has their own teams, and we want to know who's driving the bus for them. So since AU has not picked the teams for the first week of AU, we are just going to say 3 players that we feel are going to drive the bus, whatever team they end up on. You want to start with AU or Unrivaled?
Let's go AU first, and we could just go back and forth.
All right, so who you got for AU? Who do you think gonna drive the bus?
Sims. Odyssey Sims. She's a leader. She's tough. She knows the game. I think the WNBA play with her. She should not be going to 3 and 4 different teams in the league. How consistent she is, how good she is. It shouldn't be that difficult for her, to be quite honest with you. And I don't like that they play with her, but AU, she comes to play all the time, just like she does at the WNBA. So she is just a pure leader in my eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that one. She's gonna make an impact every single time, and I think teams are failing to realize that. Honestly, I believe like Indiana, her being on Indiana for the last leg of the season, this past season, they started to understand like how much impact Odyssey Sims can make on the court, and I'm glad that she seemed happy there. So hopefully, we get to keep her there.
She'll be happy just staying somewhere for a complete year. I would be
I believe that too.
Ecstatic about that too.
I'm gonna say Ariel Atkins. I mean, she's a leader no matter where she is. She always takes on that leadership role, and she's just a great overall player. So, no matter what team she's on, she's gonna drive the bus for sure.
She was on my list too. My second player is Lexi Brown. I think she thrives in the AU. I think she could for sure thrive in the WNBA. But there's something about AU that kind of kicks something up in her. And I love to see her in that mode. I love to see her playing well. I loved her when she went to Duke. I loved her when she played at Maryland first. She's a great player. She just has to get into the right system. And I think she was playing well, if my memory serves me correctly, on the Sparks. So I don't know why they traded her.
Yeah.
It was weird to me. But I don't know why. So yeah, it would be Lexi Brown.
My next person I'm gonna say is OG Tina Charles. Man, that's a vet right there. She gonna drive the bus. She gonna make an impact. Yeah, she's tough, man. It's hard to stop that lady.
New York, for sure. My third one would be Alicia Clark. She's a vet. She knows the game. She plays it well. She knows how to get everybody involved. She knows her role. She could shoot that thing. She could rebound. She could defend. She does it all, and it doesn't turn off no matter what team she's at. And I think just in this late course in her game, she just wants to be on the right team.
Yeah.
Them doing the right things for them as a player. So yeah, she will for sure be my third pick, Alicia Clark.
So my third pick, I'm gonna say Aerial Powers. She wasn't on a roster for long this past season, but I feel like when she usually is on the roster, she's bringing the energy. She's giving the team what they need. Whatever they need from her, she gonna do it. So I'm gonna say Aerial Powers. She was on the Valkyries for a little minute this season, but then they ended up waiving her.
Inconsistent maybe the last 2 years. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's because of injury. She had an injury, and I don't think she got back quite the same since then. But she's a good basketball player, man. I watched her when she was in college, so she's a great basketball player. So
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, she did have surgery too on whatever injury she did have. Yeah, because she sat out. Yeah, when she was in playing for Atlanta, she sat out a couple. Because I went to a couple games and she wasn't even playing, so she sat out a pretty penny. All right, so let's go with Unrivaled. Let's start off with the Breeze Club. Who do you think is driving the bus for Breeze?
I have two.
Okay.
And I will explain why I have two. I got Paige, and that's just talking. That's communication. That's a point guard. She is going to lead in that rim because she's a point guard, right? And she embodies that on the floor. You could see when she just started at Dallas, she was driving that motherfucker, right? She was like, oh no, it's Enrique's team, I'm just coming in. And then she slowly but surely started to understand, like, I gotta start doing what I do on the court, right? And I love that for her. The second one is Rakia Jackson, and she may not talk a lot, but in her actions, in her gameplay, and how tough she is, how she plays, how hard she plays, she is going to show and be a leader with her actions on the floor. Yeah, so that's why I have two there.
So I actually had two as well. Obviously, I had Paige Beckers, but then I had Ari McDonald for my second one.
Facts.
Seeing how she came in with Indiana alone, and she's just she gonna do what she need to do.
She's a point guard.
So I had Ari.
Yeah, she's a point guard.
All right, so who you got for the Laces?
The Laces, I have two, and for the same reason. I have Thomas and Alyssa Thomas and Jackie Young. No talking. They just gonna hoop. They gonna play that game. They're gonna play tough. They're not gonna talk too much. And they're gonna be great players. So I have both of them.
Yeah, I agree with Alyssa Thomas. She even in the league, she driving the bus on whatever team she's on. So I agree with that. I did have Jackie as well, but I also put Jordan Canada because I've been to a lot of Atlanta Dream games. I've seen her control the floor very well. So I did put her. So for the Miss, who you got?
I have two people for them too. And I have Stewie and Alicia Gray. And they're both going to do the same thing.
Crazy.
They're not going to talk. They're just going to shoot.
They're
just going to play. They're just going to play the game. They're going to have a stoic face. It ain't going to be too much reactions. They just going to play. So
I put the same ones. When I was looking at the roster for the Miss, I had a hard time picking anybody but those two. Those two were just leaders. So it was just putting anybody else, I would have been lying to myself.
Right.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we're gonna end up saying the same people for the next one. But Rose, who you got for Rose?
I got one. I got Chelsea Gray.
Who you got? Okay.
Chelsea Gray. She's the point. She is the point guard. She is the reason why they won last year. She is the reason why Vegas won 2 years ago. Not this year. Their championship.
Three. It was like 3.
Yeah, 3 years ago. She is the reason why they won that championship. She knows it. She's in it. She knows how to win. This is not her first rodeo. She has a lot of championships underneath her belt. So she knows how to lead a team, and she knows how to get all of her teammates involved, because she's going to pass the ball. She's going to pass the ball. So I just had Chelsea Gray on that one.
So I had Chelsea Gray, but I also had Kyle Copper.
True.
I mean, yeah. She's so dominant on the floor, man. So, and she's not scared to tell her team what she needs from them to be impactful.
Right.
She's definitely a strong voice for sure. So I had Kyle Copper. Who do you have for the Hive?
Kelsey Mitchell. I think Kelsey Mitchell is one of the players that's in the WNBA. Like, if you know, you know. Like, if you talk to anybody, like, who's one of the toughest players that you ever played against, most people are going to say, like, Kelsey Mitchell was frying me. You know what I mean? I don't think she gets a lot of big ups or props, or she's spoken about a lot, because she's not in the forefront of anything. And that's okay, right? Because, like, just play your game and you don't have to be in the forefront. But she is consistent. She played really well this year. And shout out to her. And I think she can translate that even more on a 3-on-3. I think she will dominate on the 3-on-3 aspect. I think whoever is guarding her is going to have a tough time guarding her, because she's fast. That first move is lethal. And she could shoot that thing. So I think it's going to be Chelsea Gray.
You mean Kelsey Mitchell?
I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Edit that. Kelsey Mitchell. I don't know why I just said Chelsea Gray.
Yeah, I had Kelsey Mitchell down too. But I also had Sanaya Rivers.
For sure.
Yeah. If you know, you know. I don't even know how to explain her. But for her to be a rookie, the way she took over Connecticut, she's phenomenal, man. Yeah. She's just a great player. I can't wait to watch her grow in the league. The Owls, I feel like we're probably gonna be on the same page. Yeah.
Skylar Diggins, because she is that girl. And then Nafisa, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And Skylar Diggins is gonna talk that talk. She gonna walk that walk. But Nafisa Kaya is going to do everything that they need to do. She could shoot, she could rebound, she could pass, she can get her teammates involved. She does everything. So I would say those two.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Those are the same ones I had. Who do you have for Phantom?
Natasha Cloud. Phantom is going to go as far as Natasha Cloud lets them go. And I mean that. They are going to go because she has it. She is dominant. She's strong. She's vocal.
She's bringing the energy for real.
Yeah, she brings energy. She understands her role on every team that she plays. She needs to score, but she needs to have defense. She needs to make sure everybody's getting involved. She needs to know everything. So I would say, you have anybody?
So I had Cloud. I also had Kelsey Plum. Because I feel like Kelsey Plum, when going to the Sparks, especially like with the Sparks, she had to take on such a leadership role. So I feel like she's starting to get comfortable in that. So I had Plum and Cloud. All right, so our last unrivaled team, we have the Vinyl. I had a couple players for this one. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna say one, and then I know you're gonna say the other one, so I'm just gonna say one.
Who?
Courtney Williams.
I had Courtney Williams, but I also had Ryan Howard and Erica Wheeler.
Yeah. And you were gonna say Ryan Howard, so I didn't even write her down. I was like, I know she's gonna say Ryan Howard. But yeah, of course, yeah. And I think a lot of people don't look at Erica Wheeler as good as she is. And this year on Seattle, she played extremely well. Extremely well.
Let me just say this, and whoever could be mad about it, I don't care. When she started getting less minutes this season, Seattle started to go downhill.
Yes,
okay.
And I don't know why they did that.
I have no idea. That was dumb. That was dumb. I'm so sorry. But Erica Williams.
They also should have played Dominique more.
Like, she's still young, but like she has a lot of growing to do.
Yeah, that's the only reason how you learn. You gotta play. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out to them. Great.
Yeah, for sure. All right, now let's zoom out and hit this thing from a different angle. We're gonna do some rapid fire questions. What player do you think will thrive most in Unrivaled?
I'm gonna say Sonia Citron. She's going into her sophomore year of WNBA, and I don't feel like she's completely out of her shell yet. I think it would be great for her to be around different types of players. I'm learning from her vets, just getting a real feel of what she wants to do on the floor, what she wants to bring to the floor. Who you say?
I'm gonna say Ray Burrell. I think she is one of the most versatile players. She's tall, she's lanky, she shoots, she goes to the basket, she rebounds, she does it all. I think she will thrive for sure in Unrivaled, and we seen that from last year as well.
So, what skill matters most in Unrivaled? Spacing, decision making, or versatility?
I will say versatility. I think that matters a lot. And I think most of these players are very versatile.
Yeah.
But there is a scale on versatility. Who can do more like that? What do you think?
I definitely would say versatility, but also decision making. You got to make the right decisions. They're moving quick. 3-on-3 is very fast paced.
Right.
So the wrong decision can go left real fast.
Right. What matters most in AU? Versatility or consistency?
I'm gonna say consistency, just based off of because they have to adapt to the redraft every week and the rules of the leaderboard. I would say that they definitely need to be consistent.
I say the same thing. I think consistency just off of the strength of the leaderboard, that matters a lot.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say consistency.
So who do you think feels tailor-made for?
I got a couple people, and I'm gonna name all of them. I'm gonna say Lexi Brown. I'm gonna say Odyssey Sims. We've already got on the reason why we feel like that. So the two new names I want to say is Zaya Cook and Isabel Harrison. Those are two players that I feel like are tailor-made for AU. I think they can thrive in AU. We seen Zaya Cook thrive in AU last year. And Isabel Harris as well. And the year before that and the year before that, Isabel Harris has been very consistent. I'm playing really well in AU. So
right.
I would say those two. About four, but two new names.
I'm going to say Nalissa Smith and Tahina Paopao. It's going to be new for Paopao, but I feel like she's going to thrive at AU, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
And then Nalissa Smith, I mean, I got her back. I feel like she's only getting better. So just to see her in a league like this, she's going to flourish.
For sure. I love Paopao. I can't wait to see what she does, how well she plays. But what kind of player benefits more from the off-season leagues overall?
I'm gonna say players that are trying to make a roster spot in the WNBA. They only have like this short period of time where they can show these coaches that, hey, I deserve this spot on this team. But with the WNBA, you get waived at any second. It doesn't matter if it's mid-season. So I feel like when you have leagues like this, and especially with them being televised, with AUT being televised now, coaches are able to look at this and be like, oh, okay, well, she got something. Maybe I should look more into her and hopefully get a roster spot, especially with all these new teams coming into the WNBA. What do you think?
Me, I think it's the player that is not getting enough playtime, that they believe they're not getting enough playtime. And in my belief, is a person that is not in the right system. Because I think a system in the WNBA is so important. So for me, it's definitely a person that is not in the right system. Like, you can really thrive and really grow and really be better and really show these coaches and these front offices like how good you actually are and what benefit you bring to the team. So yeah.
All right, last rapid fire question. Who gains the most from simply being seen in these leagues?
Players first. They're able to show their talent, showcase who they are. They're able to probably feel less pressure, because the WNBA, I feel like, is probably a pressure cooker. Like, I gotta perform, I gotta do this, I can't make a mistake type of thing. And then I would say the coaches, right? Because they're able to look at the plethora of talent, invite this talent in, and really take a good look at these players, not just the people that's getting drafted, But the people that may got drafted 2 or 3 years ago, been working their butts off and overseas, been working their butt off in these other leagues, and now they get the opportunity to really play for a WNBA team. So I think it's great for everybody involved, to be honest with you. But what do you think?
I think, backtrack to the last question that you answered, I would say it's definitely the players that are undervalued, underutilized on the teams that they are on now. They're not getting the recognition that they deserve. They definitely get seen, and somebody gonna see something in them. The coach gonna snatch them up. Like I said, nobody's spot is safe, so nobody's player is safe. You never know. They can request a trade any moment.
I feel that.
All right, so we're going to jump into our last segment, our one-word check-in. We're going to do a little differently this time since we're discussing 2 leagues. I'm going to name players off of AU, and Renee's going to name players off Unrivaled for me. So you want to start or you want me to start?
Oh, you can start.
All right, we're going to do it back and forth. So I'm going to say, give me a word for Isabel Harrison.
Becoming. Paige Beckers.
Resilient. Let's do Sid Colson.
It had nothing to do with basketball, but I was thinking funny. But
that she is.
Yeah, she's hilarious. But basketball-wise, dang, I don't want to use the same word that you used. Let me think of another one. Sid Colson. Everything I'm thinking of is a phrase, right?
Go ahead. It's okay.
So when it comes to Sid Colson, I think that she is... I gotta think of something good. The only thing that's popping in my head is resilient now, and I don't really want to use that word. Give me 1 second. She don't give up. She don't give up. Like, no matter how much people talk trash about her, you shouldn't be in the league, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. And she'll correct somebody, like, you only average 2 points a game. She's like, sorry, it was 1.7. She don't care. And the good thing is, it's like, that's good, right? Because it's not about that. She brings something different to any team that she's on. So maybe I should have said, like, energetic or something like that. Like, she brings the energy to the team.
I agree. She sure do.
I had to talk that one through. All right, Sanaa Rivers.
Disciplined. Yeah. Let's do Deja Kelly.
That motherfucker tough, man. I thought I liked her. I thought I liked her when she went to North Carolina. I was like, she's good, period, point blank. But when she went to Vegas and really showed out and they didn't pick her up, I'm like, yo, Becky, come on now. Bex was playing.
It was a little disrespectful. I'm not even gonna lie.
Was playing. It was. I didn't like nothing about it. Stop playing with her. I didn't like nothing about it. We're gonna get into a post player, Kiki.
I'm gonna say for Kiki, driven.
Okay.
Come on. We can do Alicia Clark. Let's go Alicia Clark.
That shooter. She's good. She's solid. I like her. We're gonna go Brittany Sykes.
Brittany Sykes. We can do Grounded.
Okay. Grounded.
Grounded.
Okay, Grounded.
This one, we're gonna go with Anissa Morrow.
Hard worker. She's a hard worker. She works for everything that she gets. Nothing comes easy. And the last player that I'm gonna say is I'm gonna say Arike.
I'm gonna say structured. All right, y'all. Before we get out of here, make sure you guys follow us on social media. Make sure you guys are subscribing to our YouTube, Apple Podcast, our Spotify at Full Cousins Court Pod, and follow us on all social medias. Same name, and at Hoop Cousins on Twitter, X, whatever y'all want to call it today. Let us know your answers for our rapid fire, our one-word check-ins, and let us know who your teams would be if you guys are picking your own Cousins Court Elite. I'm Dominique.
And I'm Renee.
Where hoops run deep and family runs deeper. We'll see you next episode.
Yes.